So I said, oh man, I reach in my back pocket, pull out my and me and this dude are starting to dance. And then out of nowhere, as we're starting to dance, we're doing the and then Mark comes out of nowhere with one of those old school metal fucking garbage cans, the wired ones, and just bash his homeboy. Bow! Right in the face. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian Licata. Once again, it's your boys, Gary G. Garcia, along with my brother in misinformation, Brian Licata. And today, not only is it a special episode, but we have a very special guest today, my brother, like no other from another mother, Marc The Rat, my man Marc You've been on the show before. I'm so glad to have you back. This also marks our 100th episode. And I'm actually very proud of that. So.
Nice, man.
Me too, man.
Pretty...
And there's nobody else I would want here other than you.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Cheers to you. Cheers to you, G. I'm really happy. I'm really happy we hit 100. We hit 100.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you. Oh, look, and we got the original fucking mug. Got the glasses today. Didn't even plan that. Same hats, same glasses. We're there, dog. And then we got, of course, the Yankees hat because we gotta show that we're not all just on one side.
It's balance.
Yeah, it's balance.
It's balance.
It's balance here. But seriously,
both our teams got rocked in the playoffs.
That they did.
I blame my son for the Mets losing. He just brought a lot of negative energy at that particular time.
Yeah, right?
I wasn't able to root for them like I normally do. How was your week, man, Brian? How you feeling? You just got back from a trip?
Yeah, man. I was down in Florida. I was actually at the International Boat Show there. It was crazy. I saw some of the most wild yachts I've ever seen.
Now, is it mostly rich people there, or are there a lot of like poor people who can't afford it? They just go to look at the yachts.
Well, so the inside part, the convention, is all the people, the giveaway people, the free stuff folk, who go to the events to try to just grab whatever T-shirts, hats, mugs,
grab the swag.
Yeah, and go through. And it's nice because it's easy, it's got the air conditioning. But then we went outside to where the super yachts were, and it was crazy. Yeah, let me. I'll pull some pictures up and put them up for you guys.
Do you do shit like that? You do car shows, right, Mark?
I haven't done one in a while, man. I've done them. Yeah.
I've never gotten into car shows, boat shows, open houses. I don't go to things that I can't afford.
I went to Comic-Con a couple times.
That's different. I could afford a comic.
Well,
even though nowadays, I don't know, because they're just expensive now, man. But Mark, I tend not to go to things that I know I can't buy nothing.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go to a car show because
you just walking around. Oh, I wish.
Yeah. I don't want to covet.
Especially boat show. Boat show must be insane.
Yeah, the boat show was really crazy, and I was there because the company I work for, we do like a lot of automotive stuff, and we also the same kind of stuff we do applies to boats. Like the tint and the stuff like that.
I don't even know if I'd buy a boat if I could afford one.
I don't think I would. I can't drive it just because I'll wind up like the SS Minnow. You know what I mean? I don't think I would be able to drive. You have to know how to drive a boat.
Well, I mean, you take classes. How hard could it be?
It's not that hard. You really need to know about like the ocean.
I mean, it's pretty hard.
It's difficult.
I mean, I'm not looking to go crabbing or anything like that.
I mean, that'd probably be the easiest thing for you to do, to stay in like in the bay, like flat water or like a lake. You can't really fuck that up.
Yeah, lake. Yeah, not too bad. Out in the open ocean, I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, like I don't, you got those people that they want to sail across the ocean, sail across the world on the ocean. I don't want to do that, yo.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to wake up and just see nothing but water.
Dude, would you want to do it if you were in this though, bro?
Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, that's dope.
So some of these boats, you need a full crew though, right?
Yeah. So some of these, have crew of like 20, 30, 40, 50.
Yeah.
Not 50.
So you're not
50,
driving the boat. You're on the boat.
Right. Like, so this guy actually, I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to zoom in. He's got
a basketball
court. Oh,
and a Ferrari.
And
it's a Lambo. It's a Lamborghini Countach.
A Lambo.
Yeah.
Oh my God. On the boat.
On the boat.
I mean, And a basketball court. I'll be that dude shooting the ball into the water.
I guarantee you he's never shot one basket in that hoop.
You don't think so? You don't think he's ever sat there, just like smoked a fucking blunt laced with pure Peruvian cocaine and just like shot some hoops?
The car's right there, bro. You know what? You get
Well,
a bad
now
rebound.
the car's there. That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when the car's not there, you don't think he just shoots some hoops?
I mean,
With
maybe
a bunch of topless chicks in bikinis. You don't think he does that, yo? I don't know. I mean, he's got it there. Why would he have it there?
Yeah, it was funny. Like, so once we got to the spot where the big yachts were, that's when the ethnicity changed. You know, there's tons of Russians, you know, Middle Eastern Saudis and shit like that. Like, it was pretty wild. A bunch
Them
of
dudes be buying
Italians,
tanks.
Spanish. Yeah.
Those are the type of dudes that have tanks in their driveways.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. My week was good. You know, I got paid to shoot video at a boat show. So, you know,
Life is hard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I had a great time, man. I'm lucky. You know?
Life is fucking hard. My week was I guess uneventful, which is good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Uneventful means I didn't get into nothing that's like we're talking about that I could remember.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't really remember. How about you, Mark? How was your week going? You got a long week ahead of you, man.
I got
month.
a long, yeah.
Anyone who really follows our podcast, they see Mark on the last podcast. He was we were talking about how he was giving up a kidney so that his son can get one, and you go in 2 days.
2 days, yeah. They called me last week, so.
How you feeling?
I'm all right. Like this, yeah. I'm happy for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
No doubt.
But I'm kind of disassociating with I'm sure it's gonna be painful because Dr. Google online, there were some people that have been through it, and it's gonna be some pain. Yeah,
you've been online looking at a lot of stuff.
Unfortunately, well, just to know about it, you know what I mean? A little education.
Yep.
But yeah, some people had a rough time. Some people didn't. Some people.
You'll be good.
You've been in pain. You've been in pain before, man. You'll be fine. You know.
Yeah, I think this is different though. I've been,
I've been
Muay Thai and done like kick somebody and you hit shin to shin. That's pain, but this is like gut pain. I don't know what's going. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that recovery shit is a motherfucker, man. You remember when I went in for my kidney stones and I had to have that catheter in for like 5 days and I couldn't even move around the house?
I remember that. I'm gonna have one of those things too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks. You see, Brian, I spoke to another friend of mine and I got the same reaction. So it's
listen, dude, you know there's no one.
Right. Oh, that.
Yeah, nah, but you know there's no one that takes pain as bad as me. And
I did it either.
And I did it. I got through it. You know what I'm saying?
It's only gonna be for like a day. You know what I mean? While I'm out, they do it, and then supposedly they pull a ripcord the next day.
Oh, okay. I had it for 5 days, man.
No, nothing like that.
Oh, Gary enjoyed it too. I don't think you're gonna.
Nah, dude. And the thing is, they had like a hot nurse when I had to get it taken out.
Mm.
And it's just like you said, they pulled the ripcord.
What was his name? Gee, what was his name?
Antonio.
Tokyo, what's his name?
Antonio.
Oh.
Nah, but it was horrible. She was just like, talking little small talk and then whop.
Lucky it was a small cord tube.
Actually, it wasn't, man, because they put it into the bladder.
I know, man. They put it. It tickles your fucking your diaphragm, I think.
I'm in so much pain right now just talking about it. But you're gonna be all right, Mark.
You're gonna be all right. Oh,
you're gonna be fine. Can we do anything for you? Any of our listeners? Can we? You want some soup, some ice cream, some water?
No, I'm good, man. I think I'll be all right. My sister's gonna come down, give me a hand,
and I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna come check. Yeah,
swing by. I'll be here for a little while.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come and check you, dog. Come on, man. I'm gonna have to make shit a little rougher. Go down there and fuck with you. I got to, man. I think it's fucking crazy noble. I said it before. I'll say it again. I'm very proud of you, man. And speaking of our listeners, man, I want to give a shout out to Diana, who I don't know how long she's been listening, but I know she's been listening because she's one of the few people who comment. We were looking for a jacket. I was trying to find a coat. And Brian was showing me all these like new coats, all these light, thin, fucking.
Don't come at me for style. You know I'm not the style.
You know what I'm saying? Like all this new, like dudes are wearing coats like women now, like just to look good. No, I just want to be warm. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying for it to be like, you know, he's showing me all. So I was like, dude, I don't want that one. And one of our listeners, Diana, she found the coat I was looking for, and I ordered it, and it came in. Ah, shit.
Okay. All right.
Ah, shit.
Bro, it's perfect for you, dude.
Yes. Yes.
Does it have a hood or no?
Yeah,
hood?
it has a hood.
Does it?
The hood is detachable.
Oh, let's see it. Put it on. Put it on.
Nice,
put it on over
good.
there.
I mean, it just goes like that underneath the thing. It's
put
more
it up.
for show.
Yeah, put it up. Put it up.
It's more for show because it doesn't have like strings or anything.
Right.
You know, so it's more for show. But when I throw a hoodie on, it'll look dope.
Is that a leather jacket?
Yeah, it's leather. The Sherlins.
Sherlin, right.
And it looks long too.
It's not even like really 3/4. It actually fits me perfect. I got a medium. I didn't go with the large.
Got to go with the medium. Yeah,
I went with the medium. It fits me perfect. It does. I could fit one hoodie under it.
Nice. That's what you want.
You know. Yeah.
So my cousin told me once you got to start wearing big boy clothes. You know. Stuff.
Yeah, I'm ready to break out my old. I was telling him, I think last time, I'm ready to break out my old baggy jeans, dude.
I actually just donated my 1990s. I had a box with a bunch of them in it, and I finally parted ways.
Really?
You say donated? Someone picked them up, or you brought them to like that bin where you
I gave them to somebody to bring them to a church.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool.
I still got my joints. I'm ready to start breaking them out. I'm ready to start breaking them out. The jacket's dope though, and the thing is, the sleeves, Sherpa through the whole sleeves. Gotcha. I thought it was only going to be like, you know, in the front, and then when you put your sleeves in, it's like just regular, but it's completely through the whole sleeve.
Oh, the whole inside, right? The whole inside of the jacket.
I got it online. I was very nervous. She sent me a link in the comments, and I was a little nervous, but I looked and they had like a 4.5 rating out of 5, and they had thousands of reviews. And then I went online and we checked like the description with the other jackets. The same jacket dude was going for 600. I got it for 287.
Nice.
So big up to you. And I'm very happy with the jacket, man. I was very nervous. Even when I got it, it came in like a small bag, like a DHL bag.
Right.
And I looked at that and I was like, there's no way that jacket is going to fit me. I thought I was going to pull out like a little baby jacket. You know, but they shoved that shit in there, man.
Yeah,
they flattened
it was a big baby jacket.
It's like when you get a mattress nowadays, it comes in like a little box. Like
I did that with both my mattresses, the box mattresses.
Yeah.
And once you slice it, that thing goes and it opens like right up. It'll blow you back.
They're good. They're good though. I've gotten some Amazon mattresses that have been good. You just got to buy the right one.
I have bought mattresses. Mark, do you remember that mattress I bought? It was like $1,200 or something like $1,400.
Yeah, I remember it.
And at the time, I had a loft bed.
It was like 10 feet off the floor.
Yeah, the bed was like,
Really?
Because it was in the project, so I was trying to make more room in the room. So we had the bed up. So I ordered this. I'm pumped on this mattress. I spent like fucking $1,400 on this mattress, right? First time I ever did a purchase like that, you know. And I'm like, fuck it, my mattress, I sleep on it. Yo, I went to go walk the dog and I came back home and my ex-wife was like, the mattress came. And I'm like, yo, how is it? She goes, yeah, you're going to want to look at it. And I'm like, what's wrong, yo? And I go in the room and the mattress was so thick with the box spring that I had like maybe this much space. It was like literally the wall was in front of your face when you laid down.
The ceiling, right?
Yeah, it looked like the Princess and the Pea.
Yeah,
when they put the little pea in the bottom of all the mattresses. That's what it looked like. I said to her, "How did you let them leave? The minute they put it on there, you should have said that's no good. We're not gonna be able to do that." She's like, "I didn't know what to do." So I call them up and I'm like, "Yo, you got to come back and get this mattress, man. It's like maybe 10 inches from the ceiling."
Yeah.
If I sat up too quick, I had like maybe that much space if I sat up. Luckily, I'm short, you know. They told me it would be $1,000 restocking fee.
Gotcha. Read the fine print.
So
Yeah.
what did you do? What did you
I
end up
cut the
doing?
legs on the loft.
How did you did you have somebody build the loft for you?
We built the loft in my me and Guzzy.
Yeah,
Teddy
I remember.
Guzzy
I remember.
built it in my bedroom. There was no way to get it in or out. When I left the apartment, the only thing left was that bed because there was no way to get it in or out. I said, fuck it, let them break it down. And it was good too. Good wood. It was fucking dope. It was dope. And then we
what
just
size
cut the
was it?
legs and we brought it halfway down, you know, and I made it just high enough for storage now. With like a little step up.
You can get king size bunk beds now. That's crazy.
Oh, it was a king size too, dude. It took up most. That's why I had it in the air because it took up a lot of the room.
You guys could walk underneath it.
We could walk underneath it. Yeah.
That's
it was
funny.
cool. It was cool when I had the shitty mattress. But here's the thing, though. I spent all that money on that mattress. I hated it. Within like, I don't know, maybe a year it was sinking in, you know, and like you couldn't flip it because they have the new mattresses now that you can't flip. There's an actual top to it.
Right, yeah, they do.
So since then, I went back and I've purchased another mattress, right? That one I paid about like $600 for from like Bob's. It was like one of the high-end Bob's furniture ones.
Mm-hmm.
I had that one replaced already twice. I replaced it twice from Bob's, and they came in to replace it because I paid for the extra warranty. They came with me a new mattress twice. And it kept doing the same fucking thing, like just one side, and you can't flip them. So then I went and I bought those box mattresses when I moved here from Walgreens.
Really?
I love them.
Oh, really?
Not Walgreens, Walmart. Excuse me. I get mixed up with those two. Walmart. I love them. I love them. One's a king. One's a full. They're fucking firm. They don't sink. I don't know. I love them.
I've gotten some,
and those ones were like $200. They were like just $200. I think it was like $300 for the queen and $200 for the full.
Yeah, I've gotten them from Amazon, and they've been good.
They're dope.
But you gotta get a certain brand. You really gotta find a recommendation from somebody.
I don't even know what brand it was.
Wally
Couldn't even tell you what brand it was. Whatever they had there at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I said, fuck it, I need a mattress. I bought it, and the shit is great. Cheap.
Yeah.
I will say this though, a good mattress.
Is it all foam? It's like
no, it's a straight up.
You got springs in it?
No springs, no.
Right,
coils.
Right. Oh,
it does have coil and memory. I think it's a mix of both.
Yeah, that's how they're doing them now. They do the coils at the bottom and then the memory at the top. That's why you can't flip them. You just got to spin them.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but these ones are firm, dude.
So this didn't come in one of those little boxes.
Nah, it came in like a box. Maybe it was like 3 feet high, half my size, a little more than half my size, past my waist, and it had like 2 wheels on the bottom, so you could wheel the box. You know. So it was like, you know, I could probably put my hands on what it was, you know, like the width of it. And then I pulled it out. But once you cut that plastic, it just fucking inflates, yo. It's crazy.
Yeah, they come flying out.
flying out, yo. That shit was crazy. But, yo, cheap-ass mattress, man. If you need a mattress, go to Walmart, yo. Straight up. I was telling the dude who runs the Funny Stop, I think it is. I don't even know, but he has a condo that the comics stay at. And the condos nothing's been changed there for years, since the 80s. It looks like an 80s, you know, freaking place. And the beds are fucked up. I'm like, dude, go to Walmart, man. And the TV. Like, come on, man. Get a smart TV. Go to Walmart, get a smart TV. How much is it? You're looking at like maybe $800, maybe $1,000 to hook up the whole fucking thing so that it's comfortable again for the next 20 years. 30 years or whatever the fuck he's had it for. They don't be changing shit. So, yo, me and Mark were talking earlier about Pelosi.
Oh, yeah. I saw the DA on TV.
What did he say?
It was, well, they're not saying what we were talking about.
They're not talking about that.
No.
So let's talk about it.
So Pelosi's husband got attacked.
Yeah, let's talk about what
Nancy Pelosi's
saying.
husband got attacked over this weekend, by supposedly a dude with a hammer in his underwear. Now, supposedly they're saying the dude is some hippie dude from like a nudist colony,
right?
and that he's a Republican, like he's a crazy Republican. Meanwhile, he had a van that was stamped with Black Lives Matter and rainbows all over it.
Right.
But they're trying to say he's a Republican. They're trying to turn it into like a crazy Republican. The narrative they're trying to use is a crazy Republican went after Nancy Pelosi and she wasn't there, so he went at the husband. But now they're saying that both dudes were in their underwears. They're saying that that Nancy Pelosi's husband called up and said he knew the person
in the house.
And they're saying they got security and stuff like that.
They knew him?
That's what they're saying. They're saying that the dude knew, her husband knew the dude, which is leading to speculation that it was a homoerotic relationship gone bad and the hammers came out. No pun intended.
Gary,
and the hammers came out. They started swinging hammers and not the ones between their legs.
There was some report out. I know Elon reposted it. Hillary Clinton was talking like you were, where she was saying, "Oh, this guy's from the far right, and he's a terrorist, blah blah blah." Yep. And then Elon posted right under her, or right at her, and said, he said, "There's another side to there could be another side more to the story." And then they started talking about. He mentioned the guy's name. They were both in their underwear.
Supposedly, I'm reading an article right now on MSN. And they're saying that this guy embraced multiple conspiracy theories on subjects such as voter fraud, climate change, the damn pemic, as another comedian says. He's also posted anti-Semitic screeds defending Donald Trump and Kanye, who also made anti-Semitic comments recently.
Now they're saying that, but you know what they haven't showed? Any of the tweets. Mm-hmm. They haven't showed any of the tweets, any of the posts. They haven't showed any of that. They're just saying that that's what he did.
He said he lived in a hippie commune.
Yeah, a hippie nudist commune.
In a van or something.
Yeah, in a van. And he got through their security somehow. Got into their house.
Supposedly, like they said, he doesn't have security. But unless somebody let him in.
Well, I mean, they definitely have cameras.
They definitely have cameras.
Where's the footage? I personally think there's much more to this. I don't think the dude was some conspiratorial right-wing dude. I think there's more to it.
There's always more to the story.
We will never know, right?
No.
No, probably not.
There's a good Netflix documentary that I just started watching that I want to turn the both of you on to called The Vatican Girl. The story is basically that there was this girl who was living in the Vatican in the 80s who disappeared, and they never found her. And they think that John Paul II has some involvement and knowledge.
Heard about that.
Yeah,
I've heard something about that.
Yeah,
but she might be buried there or something.
I've only watched the first episode, and I watched it last night, and I really, really liked it. I would suggest
the Vatican is shady, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, they are shady. That's their own. They're their own state.
Country,
rather. Yeah, they're their own country.
There was a quote in there, and
in a country.
They said that the Vatican is basically a kingdom, and the Pope's the king. That's how it runs.
Yes, it runs on its own thing, dude. It's its own thing.
There's only 100 people who live there, and the family had been serving the Pope for like 100 years.
Only 100 people live there?
Yeah. So listen, the Vatican City, it's only 0.2 square miles, right?
Right.
And it's its own state, like you're saying, right? And it's run by the church.
It's its own, not even state. It's its own country. It's considered its own thing. Whatever the fuck it is, it's not connected with the United States. It's not considered part of the United States. Well, it probably is, but it's not.
No. It's not connected with the U.S. at all. I mean, it's in Italy. Yeah. It's in the middle.
Oh, there you go. It's in Italy, but it's not. Yeah. It's not considered. It's not considered part of Italy.
No, it's not considered part of Italy. It's considered its own self-governing state. Yeah, independent state. Yeah. It's not technically a country, but
it's a self-sovereign entity.
Yeah.
It's some shady shit.
But they have a wall. It's like a fucking kind of like a castle, and they have this wall around it. And every night at midnight they shut the gates.
Dun dun dun. Yeah.
And the games begin. The gates close and the games begin, man. The Vatican is forever been, Yeah, mad people have gotten murked in that shit,
Listen,
yo.
here's the thing. It's always like, there's no country that has been in like direct line the same for that period of time. Like the Vatican's been around for like thousands of years, What other entity has been like straight line, like the same fucking place?
Right.
I don't know.
Ancient.
I don't know much about the Vatican, man, but I do know it's shady. That's all I know, man. It's
I don't know
fucking
much about
shady.
them, but they look shady.
Dude, I just saw this thing. I saw this thing, man, the other day, man. This shit was crazy. With like the prince, who is now the king. And it was called. Oh, that's some other shit too, man. That I saw too. Hold on, college check. I saw it the other day. Oh, my insomnia therapy.
Yeah, dude, pretty much like since like the
Oh
year
shit, it's fucking gone.
like 400, 300 or 400, the Vatican's kind of been operating. Can you fathom that? It's like 1700 years they've been in operation consistently with the same fucking building, the same cellar, the same books, the same everything. There's got to be a lot of stuff.
They have like a library of things that haven't been seen, or knowledge. Also, the oldest library that they have down there, so they might know how the pyramids were made.
They definitely know how the pyramids were made.
They might have that scroll from like, Alexandria or something.
They could have the
wow,
like
I watched this video the other
story.
day and now it's not here.
Yeah, that happens all the time, bro. Especially with
that's
videos
crazy.
Me and you send to each other.
Nah, dude, this video is about this event that they do in England with it's like some sporting event type shit. The something, and they do this big like ceremony in the beginning, dude. They bring out this big bull. It's like a fake bull, but it's huge, and they have like these slave women bringing it out, and they have like this visions on these screens of like this light that explodes, and it's supposed to be like the light is not Satan. What do they say? What's the other word for Satan that they use?
I don't know.
What was the angel's name?
Saint Michael?
No, oh man, but I forgot what it is, but he's the angel of something of light, and it's supposed to be him being spread through the world. And then they have then you see each person and they're worshiping the freaking cow, and I mean the bull, and the bull takes on some it's a crazy fucking Lucifer? Thing, and it's basically like just satanic. And the prince is there, and all
could be
these
some old
there.
Drew. Where is it, in England?
It's like in England, yeah. It's some like crazy sporting event. I just watched it. It was like a 2-hour thing.
Yeah, raging bull.
It's fucking insane. It's completely satanic. Like when you watch it, you're like, wow, this is fucking insane. And
I got it.
The prince is there. He's just fucking, like everything's all right, chilling. It's fucking crazy, yo.
You got sound?
No, I don't hear the sound. Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
this is
wow,
it.
Yeah. You need the sound?
That's it.
Here you go.
That's it, yo. This shit is crazy.
Who is going to calm the raging bull?
Did they skip it?
Well, they skipped it. It's a big, long thing. It's a long ceremony where they go through all these things. It's not just that. Those people wind up dancing. They all eventually start worshiping the bull. And then the people who got the light, they come in, and there's one light bearer who's supposed to be like the anti, like it's very fucking say, like when you look at it and you've read like scriptures and they talk about the unleashed beast, it's all symbolic to that. And it's like, why are they doing that before like some sort of sporting event? It's just weird, man. It's just fucking weird. It's creepy and fucking.
Why, they've been doing that for a long time?
I don't know, man. I don't know if this is the first
Because that
time.
looked pretty modern. You see that had like a Jeep under there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This shit is very modern. I don't know if it's the thing of timing. Speaking of which, there's some new fucking documentary coming out called 33. Have you heard of this?
No.
Supposedly 33. It's a new documentary coming out. I'm gonna look more into it. What were you gonna say, Brian?
I just have something to talk about the number. The number has some significant importance.
I'm sure it does. Because they were showing when the pandemic hit, and they're showing all these clips of the news, how they reported it. And all the news people were like 33 cases. There were 33 cases. There are 33 cases. We've just found out that the cases have reached 33 in all the states that were coming out with it. They keep saying 33, that 33 cases, right at the very beginning when they started like really starting to pop this off. So now the question is, what is the 33? Why was it that 33 was the number of cases for every single place? It wasn't like they were saying there were 126 cases today and the other place was like 80 and the other place was like, no, they were all saying 33. I got to watch the thing. This is just, I saw the coming attractions to it.
Do you have anything more than that? I'm not finding anything 33 documentary.
Oh man, I gotta find out.
I mean,
my man showed it to me, man.
If there's so many news stations that if they would do an account on the number of cases, eventually they were going to say 33.
You think all of them though? You don't think anyone?
No, it's not all of them, 33? But there's probably thousands, and of those thousands, some of them said 33. I'm sure. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna ask this dude what the name of it is.
They made a whole movie about it.
Yeah, man.
A documentary.
It's like a documentary coming out. Well, they say it's coming out. We'll see what happens. A lot of times, a lot of documentaries never really make it out.
Right.
You know. So I noticed. I was saying earlier how you got the chair, and you said you got it, you know, in preparation for the surgery.
Yeah, I kind of don't like it.
You don't?
No.
No. You look real comfortable in it, dude.
No, it's not. It's not that comfortable. I'm not comfortable. I don't like this. I like it.
You don't like it?
Back. I got it.
Because I feel like once you get the recliner, that's it.
No.
That's it. Like once you get, like if I get a recliner, that's it.
Really? No,
I think so, man.
I've had it for like 3 days now, and I'm not impressed.
Yeah, you don't think you have to break it in or anything like that?
No.
Look at Fluvid-19.
Oh shit!
It's from a rent-a-center, so somebody else.
So
I'm sending it back. I just rented it for a few weeks.
All right.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing. Oh, fucking Eddie Bravo, Jim Brewer, Sam Tripoli, and Jay Dyer. This is amazing. I didn't know Tripoli was put this shit on. Oh, this is incredible.
Do they have the whatchamacallit?
Yeah, the trailer. Yeah.
Let's check out the trailer.
Shout out to those guys though, bro. They have been doing conspiracy theory podcasts forever. Their shit is incredible. You guys see that?
You will lose this war. You can ban this trailer like the Satan worshiping cowards that you are. I like that. I like the way it starts.
Everything your government has told you about this virus is a lie.
Trust the experts. Trust the experts.
Are you afraid of the flu? Don't bother me. I mean, that's the reality of how people perceive flu. So we really do have a problem of how the world perceives influenza, and it's going to be very difficult to change that unless you do it from within and say, I don't care what your perception is, we're going to address the problem in a disruptive way and in an iterative way, because you do need both.
Make sure you wear your mask at all times. Do your part. It is a federal crime. If we catch you with that mask below your nose,
Don't ask questions.
Do what you are told. It is for your safety.
We have 33 confirmed positive tests.
COVID-19 in Thailand remains at 33.
33.
33. 33. 33.
33.
There were 33 confirmed cases in North Carolina.
33.
There was 33 everywhere.
Yes.
I think that was Red Team Go. I think 33 is like Red Team Go. Everybody goes, okay, let's do it. It's time.
89% until 94% of those PCR tests are false positive.
It doesn't tell you that you're sick, and it doesn't tell you that the thing you ended up with really was going to hurt you or anything like that.
Everyone who's listed as a COVID death doesn't mean that that was the cause of the death.
We didn't understand that it's a fairly low fatality rate and that it's a disease mainly of the elderly, kind of like flu is.
This isn't going to be run on CNN for a week.
No flu to be found.
You got lied to and fell for this shit.
We've been patient, but our patience is wearing thin.
Why are we being pressured to add COVID?
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
You are correct. I should not be giving these vaccines at all.
You've been subject to propaganda and lies by people who are very well trained in how they do that.
Only one person in the entire state died from the flu.
So when you deny this stuff, or when you don't want to believe this stuff, you don't want to face reality, it's only hurting you.
They relied on people's ignorance.
Everybody sees what's going on. People woke up, man. They're not looking for anybody to save them. They're saving themselves.
There's your flu last year. Here's your flu this year. Literally doesn't even exist.
That shit looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks fucking good. And that's something that I said from the very jump. When they came out that the flu dropped 98%, I said, well, there it is. I mean, nobody sees, and everyone's like, no, the flu dropped because everyone's wearing the mask. I said, so what you mean to tell me is the cure for the flu has been a mask all these years? You know what I'm saying? Like through all these years that people have been dying from the flu. They never said just wear a mask. So for someone to tell me that the fact that there was only 2% of people who had the flu, then it's because we were wearing the mask. Then what you're telling me is the mask could stop the flu. So why didn't we do that forever? Why haven't we been doing that forever? If the mask could stop the flu, I'll tell you why, because it can't. The mask can't stop the flu. And the reason why there was no flu cases is because they took all those flu cases and called it COVID.
Definitely. I would
That's
agree.
why.
Yeah.
And no doubt it was a different strain. I'm not going to say that because I got sick and it was different than any sickness I had. It was longer. Even now, I feel like my sicknesses stay longer.
Yeah, but do you think that's just because now it's in your head, bro?
Nah, because that shit wasn't in my head.
But you can't ever discount
just the brainwashing that's been put in there. Nah,
forever,
I don't know, man. It's like
forever.
I feel better, but it takes me so much longer. It could be because I'm just older.
Could be,
but it takes me so much longer to feel back to 100 again.
Really?
Yeah, like I'll get back to 80 quick, and then I stay at that 80 where it's like, yeah, I'm better, but you know what I'm saying? It's been like that.
When I wake up in the morning, it's like 2 or 3 days a month that I feel like good, like ready to fucking go, you know? And none of the other days are like that.
How do you wake up, Mark? That you got because out of all of us, you got the most regular time job.
Yeah,
I used to do that, waking up, same time all the time. When you wake up, are you ready to go? You feel
so
good?
I use like sleep trackers and shit like that. So I noticed that when you get a good deep sleep, like an hour or so, over an hour, which is normal for most people, I feel great.
Right.
Most times I don't. I get like 20 minutes of deep sleep according to my tracker, and then you can feel the difference though. So you got to get a good night's sleep, deep sleep.
Yeah, because I feel like I can't get motivated when I get up. This is the first thing I'm doing today.
So if you had like one of these smart watches and it track your heart rate, your breathing.
Oh man, I don't want to track my heart rate.
If you snore, it records your snoring. So that you check it, and I correlated deep sleep with actually like being motivated in the morning. I'm scared to do that, man.
like know my heart. I don't want to know my heartbeat. I know it's all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? At any given time, it's either too slow or too fast, man. It's very rare that it's where it's supposed to be. It's very rare, man. My shit is, I don't know why, but it's strong. It's strong, yo. Yeah, it takes me a while. I got up today, Mark, after speaking to you when you were cooking. I went to the store. I got me a ribeye.
Nice.
Oh, did you?
It'll be a nice ribeye, and I made me a ribeye with eggs.
Did you? Nice.
And garlic bread.
Nice. Look at that.
Yeah,
I made chicken parmesan.
This dude could cook, dude.
I love chicken.
That's the one thing. Man, I really miss living close to him, man. Living close to him. There was a time he cooked for me every week when I was going through my divorce.
Really?
Yeah, like I go through, boy. We'd have some drinks. He'd make me a nice little meal. It's the dog right here, man.
Jesus Christ.
It's the dog. They're doing a whiskey event out here, Mark. We should go. They're doing a whiskey tasting.
When is this?
I don't know the date, but when I get it, I will let you know. Let's do some whiskey tasting. It's actually in Staten Island.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because we set up a show out there that we're going to be doing, I think, the 15th of next month. And yeah, they're doing a whiskey taste there. They got like 60 different whiskey people coming down. So I thought about that and reminded me of when we did our Scotch tasting.
Oof.
How was that?
I can't drink Scotch anymore since then.
Since then, right? I don't think I haven't drinking Scotch since then either. I haven't.
What happened?
It just was a lot of Scotch.
A lot of Scotch. I think for like a month we drank Scotch. My grandparents had Scotch in the house. Like they didn't drink. So 25 years of people giving them bottles of Scotch. Jeez. We like killed it in probably like 3 weeks, a month.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty. We were just so sick of it. We tried to mix it with like powdered iced tea.
Yeah, we were finding new drinks. That was the thing. We make a meal and find a new thing to mix it with.
We were trying to help it, trying to get it down.
What was that crazy one you had that was like mad illegal in America?
Remember the high wine stuff? That stuff's good though. I actually got a bottle now. The guy keeps bringing them to me. High wine. It's from Guyana. It's like 170 proof. It's like grain alcohol.
Yeah, it's fucking
fire.
Oof. I did a show once, I forgot where, but afterwards the dude made moonshine and he made flavored moonshine.
So I've had apple pie.
He had some green one that was like a lime. It was delicious.
Yeah, it's good. If
but
you make it right,
it kills you. Woo.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the drinking no more, man.
No? I mean, I just had this beer here. Look, I got a Halloween beer. It's pretty cool.
Put it this way. I still got the vodka from me and you when you came to the house that day.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, back in the day, that would have been poured. I would have drank it.
Yeah,
you know? Now it's just sitting there, man. It's like, I just don't, like in my house, I don't drink. I drink every night.
But not
I do. But, you know, on the shows, I have a drink when I go up on stage every night. So I have 2 drinks a night, at least.
2 drinks.
But like, I haven't been drunk in a long time. Like drunk or even like real tipsy where you're just like, you don't give a fuck and you're acting up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really drunk. You could straighten up if you want to, but you're like, I don't want to. This is exactly what I want to do. You know, I haven't been like that in a long time. I feel like I haven't really been nice in a long time. Even like with the weed and everything else, it's like, it's just, you do it so constant. It just becomes a norm.
Yeah.
Maybe you need a little tolerance break, G.
I do. I need a, what do they call that?
A cleanse.
A cleanse.
Yeah.
Cleanse.
Yeah.
Coffee enema, something.
What is the coffee enema? Because they say that the coffee enemas are great. Well, they say they're great for cancer.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, dude. It's like big. It's a big thing. That and juicing for cancer.
I heard about that, but I think
and 100% vegan. Raw vegan.
I don't know about all that.
That's this one dude. He got kicked out of America. He now I saw a movie about him. He got kicked out of America. I forgot where he's at now, but they kicked him out because he was doing these different ways of treating cancer.
Right. But there's people on the opposite side say don't, eat carnivore, eat all meat, and Jordan Peterson, that dude was really sick. He started just eating meat, and now he's not sick.
Yeah. Jordan Peterson's a good dude. I like that dude.
Yeah, me too. He got into some hot water for a while too, man. People really went after him.
He's always in hot water, dude, because he just, he's not going with the
he ain't going with the flow. Yeah.
The flow. And now, like I said, man, that shit is scary what they're doing to Kanye. And they're suing that dude again, the dude from the billion. They're trying to sue him now for a couple of trillion.
Why?
The family is trying to sue him for
Alex
another couple of trillion. Yeah, he's getting sued again.
Who's getting sued?
Alex Jones.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to hit him again for another couple of trillion. And I'm like, well, how much money do you think this guy got?
So the thing is, they keep saying that number, and that's not, I don't think that's the actual number, because there are limits on those numbers.
Well, I mean, they granted him close to $1 billion, like just under $1 billion. They went with the family. He lost that shit.
Yeah.
And that goes to show you he doesn't have that money. They're just trying to.
No way.
They're just trying to shut him down. That's all it is. Just shut him completely down.
Yeah.
And now they're doing the same thing with Kanye. And what makes it scary is, these people are getting sued for just not believing what is being pushed. That's what it is. They're just not believing what is being pushed. Now, whether they're right or wrong, that's a different story. But now we have to believe it, or we can get sued.
Did you hear some of the stuff he said?
Well, Kanye's they're looking to sue Kanye.
There's a couple things that happened. He sued, but he also got dropped with his sponsorships because of the shit.
Yeah, I'm talking strictly about the lawsuit from the Floyd family. They're suing him for like $250 million or something like that.
Right.
Or at least that's what they plan to do.
Why? Because he said something?
Because he said that he thought he died from fentanyl and not from getting a knee on his neck.
He isn't that what Candace Owens just made a whole?
That's the thing. The thing is, he was talking specifically about the Candace Owens documentary. So that's what he was talking about.
Quoting the movie.
And he was saying that he agreed with it, though. So he's saying, look, I saw this documentary and I agree with what that narrative. I don't agree with the narrative that they were selling us.
Right.
And because he said that, now they want to sue him.
Gotcha.
I'm sure somewhere along the line, they'll probably try to drag Candace in it too.
Right.
Because I'm sure he's going to say he was quoting that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But basically the message, though, is that if you don't believe the narrative, keep that shit to yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't have to believe it, but you're not allowed to talk about it.
You can't say it, right?
Because if you talk about it, we'll sue you. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody's going to get hurt that you don't believe.
Yeah, there's people are afraid to say stuff now. Otherwise,
it's crazy.
So how many things?
If I thought I had a lot of people listening to me, I don't know if I'd be so bold.
How many things are people not saying because they're afraid to say something already?
Exactly. And now they're talking about the whole thing with this dude buying Twitter.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think he just took over.
He fired a bunch of people, dude.
Has he? I don't know. I don't know if he's.
Oh yeah.
Like
has he fired a bunch already?
No, like
the top,
the top people, not like employees. He's not like. I mean, I'm sure there could be layoffs of like employees, but I mean like the top guys.
Yeah.
Or girls.
Well, he just got rid of the board of directors also.
Yeah, so they're all going hard on him. Like the left is attacking him like crazy, and it's like.
They're gonna miss all the bots. That's what they miss. They miss all the bots that help out their engagement on Twitter. That's what they miss.
Yeah, and the fact that they were able to silence the shit that they didn't want to be out there.
Right.
They're not gonna be able to do that now.
Supposedly, they said there were conversations with Department of Homeland Security with them, Facebook, and something else. There was leaked documents that say they were going to try to wrangle in the disinformation with Twitter. Well,
that's another new word too. Disinformation is another new word, because misinformation was the word they were throwing around for a while.
Right.
And that's what I realized now, that misinformation has really just become the new word for conspiracy, because they don't want to say conspiracy anymore, because so many conspiracies have turned out to be true. They don't want to use the word conspiracy because that actually draws people to now Whereas it used to make people go, that was just a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Now people go, well, what's the conspiracy?
I think that was with the murder mysteries too, like all those murders and the crimes and stuff like that. I think that those kind of shows how people open up to more stuff.
Yeah, and that's what it is. So now when the people hear the word conspiracy, they actually go, well, what's the conspiracy? Instead of like, oh, you're bugging.
Yeah.
You know, so now instead of conspiracy, they're saying misinformation. But now that new word popped up, disinformation. That one is interesting. Because if it's a new word, it has to have some sort of different meaning, but they always use them together. Misinformation and disinformation. Misinformation would mean the information you're given is wrong.
Yeah, misinformation is false information that is spread regardless of intent to mislead.
And what's disinformation?
Disinformation is false information
to lead.
That is intentionally spread. So misinformation is me telling you something that's wrong, but I don't know it's wrong. Disinformation is if I'm telling you something that I know to be false to do something to potentially gain an advantage.
Interesting.
Right. So this is really more of a disinformation show than a misinformation show. No, it's not. It's a misinformation show. That's really what it is. It's misinformation.
Yeah. Actually, I think we're pretty informative.
Misinformative.
I would like to say this is nothing more than pure what they call it,
edutainment.
Just entertainment, man.
Entertainment, man. This is enjoyable.
Don't take nothing I say at all at face value. Do your own fucking research, dog.
I'm happy we made it to 100. I'm happy. We got Mark here too. It's an incredible achievement for a podcast, man.
That is.
I mean, we tried. When me and Mark were doing our podcast, the original Rated G with the Rusty Moose Rat Pack, we made it to 49.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we never did the 50th. Remember, we kept talking about what are we gonna do for the 50th? What are we gonna do?
That was a lot, man. Jeez.
49, yeah, we did a lot. 49's a lot, man. And we stopped right at 49. We never did the 50th episode. So 100 is very big for me.
Me too.
You know, we talked about it. We talked about it when we first started the podcast. Like, yo, think we're gonna hit 100? You know, now it's all just, boom, skating from here. It's all just a skate from here, man.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so we dropped our first episode, March 6th, 2021.
March 6th, 2021.
So it's been like a year and a half.
That was right before the pandemic.
No, it was about a year into it, bro.
Oh, a year into it. Yeah.
A year into it.
Yeah, when we started actually visiting each other again.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers didn't want to visit me, dog. I was out here alone. They didn't want to visit. They were like, "Don't come over." I was like, "The fuck are you talking about?" That's all I kept saying when this whole shit started too. I was just like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dog?"
No, I want to get back to this 33 thing. Does the number, do you guys? I have a certain relationship with the number and a story associated with the 33. But I want to know, do either of you have any?
That's my apartment number.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay. Anything else? G? No.
I have none, but I know there has to be some meaning to the number 33.
Well, so there's the 33rd degree of Freemasonry, right?
Right.
The number 33 also.
Which you notice in that clip, they showed
the Masonic stuff.
Fauci with his hand in his breast like this. And then they showed the clip of like the Masonic symbols.
Oh, and
that's one of them, where you put your hand like the Napoleon shit.
So
so in the clip, if you noticed, it was real quick. You see Fauci has his hand in his shirt like this, and then they clipped right over to the visual of the Masonic symbol.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of it with like math and stuff like that, like that have to do with the number, like, and it being special. But then there's also, gods of like Hinduism and Buddha. They're like 33 gods and all this stuff. And the story I have with it, on the back of Rolling Rock beer, if you guys ever drank it, it has the number 33, which has been subject to some sort of, conspiracy about why that number is there. No, they've never said why it's there. Like they give a reason, but it's not really like a reason.
I never knew that.
Yeah. So I never drank Rolling Rock. Like really, like I never like went out and bought it, drinking.
I have.
Right.
I must have dabbled in it a little bit.
I definitely have.
For some reason,
I think I drank 33 bottles of it.
Several times on acid, right? Like and one time in particular, I took a bunch of acid, right? And then went out and I got beer, and for whatever reason, picked out Rolling Rock to drink, which I've never like purchased before in my life. But for whatever reason, I went in the store, eyes locked on the Rolling Rock, got the Rolling Rock, took it out, and I'm drinking it, and I'm looking at the number, and I was like afixiated, but not asphyxiated. Yeah, asphyxiated. No, asphyxiated.
Yeah, I think fixated.
Fixated.
You was fixated. Yeah,
I was fixated on the number.
It could have asphyxiated you. Maybe you saw it and was like, ah!
Well, no. So I saw the 33, and like I start going like kind of weird about it. Like I'm like thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, and then further into this trip, you know, I ate like a lot of acid this night, and I was seeing all sorts of like I remember I was looking at the oven and where like the temperature like for the heat and the knobs were, all the writing on it was changing to this like I would say like an alien language, and I was like seeing this stuff come across me, and even like, you know, up here that I was seeing like kind of written, but I couldn't read it, you know, and that was what happened with me, man. I don't know what the fuck to make of that. I think I do. Don't.
I think you took a lot of acid and you were frying.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you take a lot of acid. You're tripping balls. Exactly. I don't know what the hell's going on. Now, it's interesting that you picked the Rolling Rock and that the 33 is what kind of started you into like, you know, bugging out, and the fact that you were fixated on it. That's pretty interesting. But other than that, it just sounds like you was old fashioned tripping balls.
Yeah, but do you think now, because this is something that I've always believed in, and I think that, you know, we always talk about the people in power know more or whatever, like the shit with the Vatican and stuff like that, and I think part of it is the other levels of existence, you know. I don't know, bro. That's what I'm spitting tonight. G is disinterested.
No, I'm very interested. I'm just looking up what the numerology says about it. You know, like in numerology, how they all have meanings.
Do you give any, either, Mark? I don't know if you've ever tripped like that. Do you guys give any validity to you know, accessing, you know, different planes?
Definitely. You definitely go on to, depends how far you go, but not everybody breaks through. Some people break through, you know, and they find something else out on the other side
that they don't want to see.
It's so fascinating, the brain.
So it says 33 is associated with powerful numerology and spirituality. Your life will be full of development, change, and the ability to get things done when your number is this high. If you notice this number, you can rest assured that the angels are watching over you and will bring you nothing but happiness. It's the energies of empathy, blessings, motivation, integrity, perseverance. I don't think that's what they mean by it.
It's like a trinity too.
Anything is possible, says the number 33. The number 33 is often associated with the idea of guidance. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Because you talked about it on the show before with DMT going somewhere, and I've always wondered with the tests, like they say that Manson was getting tested with LSD.
Yeah, right? I heard of that too.
Like, you know, what do they know about it that we don't? Is it just some drug, or is it something else? You know,
I always bug out when they say that Manson like kept his people on acid and then started, you know, doing this crazy preaching. I kind of feel like they made it more like than it really was. You know what I'm saying? I think it was the 60s. He probably had acid.
Well, so
no, bro.
Supposedly,
no.
He was in that program.
Yeah. So there was a book, and Mark, have you seen this? It was like Charles.
I have.
Yeah. Have you listened to the guy on the podcast? I can't remember his name. Tom.
I have.
Something.
Yeah.
What the fuck was the name of the book? Manson.
So what? He was down with like the government. They're saying
he was down on that LSD program where they were getting Johns and making him trip out because they were always wondering where did he get all
Chaos.
this
Tom
LSD from.
Oh, so they were giving him the LSD.
Yeah, listen. So, do you know Haight-Ashbury, the neighborhood in San Francisco, the epicenter, the hippie culture? So, in the late 50s and early 60s, the CIA had a brothel there, right? And what they were doing is guys were coming in and they would drug them to see how they would, interact, right? And so Manson kept getting arrested when he was young, like always getting arrested from like 10, 11, 12 years old. Yeah. But he was always getting let out. And every time his crimes got more serious, he was still getting let out. And they're like, what the fuck? So one time he does get locked up and he ends up having a psychologist who was tied in with MK Ultra, right? Like a CIA or FBI psychologist or some shit like that. And that's his shrink, right? And the shrink is helping pull him strings to get him out of jail. And Manson keeps going back and keeps committing these crimes. And it just builds and builds and builds. And it all centers in fucking Haight-Ashbury, which is where all the acid came from in the 60s. That was
all right. So they were applying him with acid. I still think he had all this acid and he was hanging out with these hippies. And he was like, I got all this acid. And they all said, let's do all this acid. And they all did. And then he would start, he would just start tripping and talking all this crazy shit. And they were all just like, yeah, man. Yeah. Keep talking. I don't know. What do I know? I just know that when you get a group of people tripping a lot, nothing good's going to come out of that situation.
Bro, especially if he was schizophrenic or something like that also, or had some demons in him or something like that. Like that's a real possibility, Yeah,
they locked him up and never let him out.
They even say weed, if you have schizophrenic tendencies, that weed can also potentially put you over that edge for your schizophrenia.
Do you believe that?
It's not like this old time scare you from smoking weed. It's kind of a thing that they're seeing now as more and more people that smoke.
I think some people shouldn't smoke, man.
Right. If you are you're a little off, you probably shouldn't smoke.
No. And if you're prone to being lazy, smoking probably ain't going to help you out.
Right.
You should probably be doing cocaine.
Right.
Or Adderall.
Right.
What's up with Adderall? You can't get that no more right now. It's like hard to get.
Dude, yeah. They're having trouble. I think
you can't get 30s anywhere. Even the people I know that have scripts, they're getting like 10s and 5s.
I think it's a big problem, bro, in America. How many people take fucking Adderall, man?
Dude, I know people who take their prescription is 30 milligrams a day.
When I wanted to get Adderall to sell it's a lot, bro. They
3, that's their prescription. Take 3 a day. I take 1 at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm good.
Yeah, but do they actually need the Adderall? Because it works opposite on people with ADHD.
No. Listen, I want to break this misnomer right now for everybody. Right?
Let's hear it.
Adderall is amphetamine salt, right? Yeah. It's amphetamine. It's an amphetamine. Let's just call it an amphetamine, which is speed, right?
Yeah.
Speed reacts essentially the same on everybody. It increases your heart rate, increases your alertness, and it does crazy ass shit to your libido, but it keys you the fuck up. But how you react when you're keyed up is different for some people.
Right.
I don't think it has anything to do with ADHD or anything like that. So when some people get coked out, they talk.
It definitely gives you focus.
Close down.
Yeah. I think it's all about how you get keyed up. Exactly.
It's all about how you get keyed up, and some people get keyed up differently. That's my take. But go ahead, Mr. Mark.
Adderall lost its luster for me very quickly. It did. The first time I took it, I was like, this shit is dope. Like I felt, ready to do shit. I felt like before I ever tried a drug. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt. Like I felt like that energy before I ever tried anything. And I had like this energy of like, go out there and grab the world by the fucking horns, But then like real quick, it just, and I'm not very into chasing the dragon. But real quick, I noticed that wasn't going to get that feeling again. You know, unless I didn't do it for years or whatever for a long
unless
time.
you took 3. But even
You
then,
you got to up the dose quick on that shit too.
Yeah, that's what starts happening. And then I
Gotta
got
up
to a
the dose
point where the
quick.
shit would just keep me up all night. You know what I'm saying? I only want to be up for a little while, so I'm sniffing it so that doesn't keep me up all night. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I haven't done Adderall in the longest. I don't even remember when the last time I did that shit was. But the first time I did it, oof, I was like, yo, I got to get a prescript for this shit. That's how I felt. I was like, yo, if this is the way this shit makes you feel, let's do this. This is good. You know?
So
I felt like I would have graduated high school if I had that shit.
It's so bad for you, bro.
You know? Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Like I said, like you said, it starts to fuck with the dick. And then it also, you start to get pains in your kidneys.
And man, also like that sleep deprivation.
Yeah, dude.
Fucks your brain up.
You sitting there with your eyes closed, just thinking about everything.
Yeah.
Everything right now. Just thinking about everything. Solving all the world's problems, figuring out the ones you can't solve, fucking everything. You're going through the meaning of life, and tears are just
drying up on you.
They're just dripping right down. And you're like, why are there tears coming down? They're going into your ears. You're fucking tossing and turning. Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
It's not
yeah.
I'm not big on hangovers, man.
Yeah.
You know.
No. Yeah, you're not good. Yeah, I've seen you hungover, bro. Yeah.
Oof. Hangovers is what keeps me from being an actual addict, I think. You know, I think that's what keeps me from going full blown into anything, because I don't like, once I start feeling the effects of, like, you know,
the withdrawal.
Yeah, not the withdrawal, just like the hangover, you know, part of it. I just, not to say I don't go back to it eventually, but I definitely stay away from it for a long time. Long enough till I forget what the hangover's like.
Right.
I not care. You know, it's one or the other. It's hard to say which one it is for sure. You know. What time is your appointment on Wednesday, Mark?
I gotta be there like 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning.
And they say just one day in the hospital?
They say once you pee, you can go home.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm thinking
couple days.
I kind of like want to stay there an extra day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Just to make sure. Stay there until they take out the catheter at least.
Well, no, they're gonna do that the next day.
That's what I'm saying. So you stay there the night.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let them pop the cork and then send you home.
Oh, dude, I'm worried about that.
Nah, you're gonna be fine, Mark.
Not gonna lie, that shit was the worst, man.
Come on, G. What do you
mean, it's just, you know what it is? It's just such
that.
a discomfort. That's the best way to put it.
I'm thinking I might be in
I mean, he was there. He seen the way I was walking around. I couldn't even move.
I think I might be in pain elsewhere. That will be the least of my worries.
They gonna put you on any pain pills or anything like that?
So they said they're gonna send me home with something like perks or.
Be careful.
You know, I kind of
be careful.
I'm gonna try to not to, but if I'm in, you know.
Yeah, if you need one, fucking take one. You know, that's what they're there for.
Well, you know, whichever ones you don't do, we can get rid of.
I'm sure, yeah.
Allegedly. Fucking insane. Yeah, I mean, I would like to think maybe, you know, it's easy, but I just feel like no pain trumps the dick. I just feel like no pain trumps it. Everything else could be going on. If there's something going on my dick, that's where my focus is going to be. So even if it doesn't hurt the most,
they're going to remove an organ, I think that's like that big.
Oof.
Right. They're going to take it out and put it somewhere and send it on a plane down to
they put in that little
Southwest. Cooler. So I'm thinking it's going to be like a little hole there. They're not going to stuff it with something. So stuff's got to move.
Maybe like a junior mint or something will fall in. Remember the Seinfeld episode?
I think what do? They sear everything. And then you just,
cut around it.
It'll be a little lighter.
I don't even want to go get my hemorrhoid removed, man.
Pound lighter.
I'm afraid of that. I'm telling you, I'm terrible with that shit, man. He's a trooper.
So now it's going to your son, right? That's who's getting the kidney?
No, it's actually Mine is going to like I think Arizona.
Okay.
His is coming from Texas.
So if you give one, he can get one. So
I'm giving one so he can trading. Yeah.
Wow,
so he can get actually. Because I'm 52, so actually put the request in for a younger one. So it's going to be from some 36-year-old that doesn't match with somebody they want to donate.
Right.
to,
Damn, man, that's crazy. Good for you,
it's
bro.
pretty
That's
wild.
admirable. You know, I hope if I was in the same scenario, I would do that too.
You know, I think I said this maybe in the 3rd episode, and I'll say it again. They can take this dude's kidney, send it to another state, grab a kidney from another state, give it to his son.
Right.
Stevie Wonder has to be able to see.
Pretty wild.
Stevie Wonder still can't see. And I seen this thing. I forgot what comedian it was.
Yeah, but was he born that way, Stevie Wonder?
I think it developed.
Right.
I think that could be Ray Charles.
He turned
blind. One of them. I think Stevie might have always been.
He turned blind.
Yeah. Stevie Ray turned blind. But I'm just saying, man, it just seems weird. Oh, and what's crazy is talk about conspiracies, right? I saw this comedian. I'm mad because I've always said this, but I never said it on stage, and he said it on stage, where he said, "I don't know if I could trust a person that doesn't believe conspiracies." He goes, "Now I don't mean everyone, but you don't believe any." He said, "You don't believe any conspiracies? You think the government's batting 1,000? Like they didn't lie to us ever?"
Right.
And it's the truth. Like, I mean, in reality, you know, it's like I always say, I don't believe in all of them, but if any of them come out true, I'm just like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised anymore. You know, none of them.
No.
Nothing.
No, nothing.
I can't even think it. You could say anything. Nothing would surprise me. No.
Not anymore.
Even if I said, "Oh shit, that's Bug," you know, like if it wound up that Michelle was Michael, right? Like, would I be surprised? Would I be like, "No fucking way"? No, I would just be like, "Oh wow, okay."
Would it bother you?
I
don't think that one wouldn't bother me at all.
Doesn't bother me, man.
That one wouldn't bother me at all. I hope it's true, actually. I hope that one is true.
Yeah, that one wouldn't bother me. I mean, I don't know. Why would it bother me? I don't care. The truth is, even the Earth shit, even though now it's come out, even though I don't trust this dude at all, that black scientist dude that he's always on TV, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, that dude. He came out and said that it's actually more of a pear shape.
What?
The Earth.
The Earth is more pear-shaped.
A pear, for people who don't understand Gary's English. A
pear.
P-E-A-R.
And what I say? Pear.
Pear. Like a pear. Like the
pear.
Yeah.
Pear. All right, whatever.
No. I mean, I'm just.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah. Mark had no fucking clue what you were saying, bro.
Well, anyway,
and I only know because we've done 100 episodes and I can translate directly.
Right.
Pear-shaped. Which not for nothing would also be the shape that most flat earthers say it is. They do say it's like more of a pear shape.
I can't.
I'm just saying. Me and Mark have always gone at this for years now, with the thing. And once again, Mark, you know I'm not saying that the Earth is flat. I'm just saying.
I know, but you are entertaining that it could be.
But why couldn't it? Other people have entertained that thought for years.
Yeah.
Throughout history, people have entertained that thought. Not just back in the day, right? We discovered that when we looked it up. There was a couple of periods in time where people were like, wait a minute. I don't know.
Right, when they didn't know any better.
No, I mean, yeah, well, listen, I'm just saying.
I know.
That one would bother everybody because then that means everything. Now everything falls apart. Everything falls apart on that one. It does. It kind of does. Because it's just a thing of why. Why'd you say it? Why'd you do it? Who cares? Like, who cares if it's flat around? Why not just say what it is? So if it winds up that they were lying to us about that, then everything else just crumbles. Because it's like, why would you lie about that? Like, who really cares? It doesn't really
because
make a difference.
If they had to lie about that, there's a huge reason why they would have to lie about that. Like some crazy shit. if the Earth is flat or pear shaped or not what they're telling us, there has to be some really kooky shit going on.
Yeah, you don't think they just lie sometimes just to say, "Yo, let's just tell them this."
Nah, dude, nah. There's always
let's
a motive.
see if we can get away with
motive,
this,
bro. Nah, always a motive. Always a motive. Usually financial.
Hey, listen, if you watched Trading Places, them dudes fucked with those two dudes' lives for $1.
Right. Yeah.
So who's to say? Some dude said, "I bet I can make the whole world believe that the Earth is round." And the dude was like, "What are you kidding me, man? Yeah, I'm going to tell them that it's spinning this way and then going around this way and everything else is going this way and they're all moving at different speeds. But probably, I bet you I can get them to believe that." How much? $1.
Well, $1 was probably a lot back then.
Yeah. And then they did it. And he said, "Oh, shit, you fucking did it." Right?
Yeah.
I mean, think of how many people they're convincing right now that being fat and overweight is sexy.
Yeah, I know. This is true.
Right? They're convincing people that that's sexy. Right? They're showing it in Sports Illustrated. In Sports Illustrated, they had overweight chicks.
Yeah.
Beautiful faces, but overweight bodies.
Right.
And it's Sports Illustrated. They obviously aren't out there playing any sports.
What sports, right, man? Sumo?
You know what I'm saying? Like, so the reality of it is that's just them trying to convince us that what you find attractive is not what's attractive. It's not. Nah. You need to find that attractive. And I have no problem with big girls. I hope nobody thinks that I'm dissing big girls. I have no problem with big girls, but I'm just saying, obviously, they're not out there playing sports.
No.
They're not playing basketball. They're not fucking swimming. They're not fucking doing diving. They're not running.
What are they doing?
Yeah, exactly. And Sports Illustrated swimsuit models are all supposed to be at least healthy looking.
Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Am I bugging?
I was gonna go there.
Yo, bring it up. Bring up the picture for Sports Illustrated, dude. Bring it up. Sports Illustrated thick models, I guess it would be. Or big girls, or whatever the hell. Whatever.
Voluptuous.
But I'm just saying, like, so if they could convince people of that's healthy, and that's when it's obviously not healthy to be overweight. It's not healthy to be too skinny either. I mean, I'm not saying you got to be chiseled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that they shouldn't be able to. Well, nah, them girls look like they do shit. That's not them.
Yeah,
that's not it.
Yeah. See, okay. And
there you go. Now that one right there on the right.
Yeah. Not her.
No, the one on the right.
Yeah.
Come on. Now, she's not ugly. I wouldn't say she's ugly at all. You know what I'm saying?
But Sports Illustrated.
That's a beautiful woman, but for Sports Illustrated, she's not doing any sports.
Even the other girl that was next to her, previous Sports Illustrated, she wouldn't have been even that big. Because the other one had a little.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not hot or whatever, but I'm saying Sports Illustrated.
Times are changing, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's like having dudes with dad bods on the cover.
Tastes are changing, man. Dad bods are in, man. Look,
they might be in, but that doesn't mean that's the healthiest fucking thing.
In where? What did he just say? Did he just say that?
That dad bodies are in.
In where?
He likes them. He likes the dad bods, man.
I have the dad.
A lot of women like big dudes. A lot of women are into those big bellies and big.
Just a lot of guys are into chicks with big bellies.
That's fine, but those big dudes aren't going to be on Sports Illustrated. In the thong.
Yeah.
You're going to have dudes with 6 packs and fucking, looking like they work out.
If they had the male.
You want to be on Sports Illustrated, G? Do you want to swimsuit shoot?
No, I don't want to be on Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, I'm not going on there.
Nah, for what, man? Come on. That's you, dog. You get up there.
Mr. GQ, I got my nice.
Looking like a survivor with your 6-inch pythons. He looks like a survivor. From what? I don't know. But like he survived something. I feel like you get a lot of
famine. That's what it is.
I feel like
famine
famine shit. I feel like you get a lot of free meals offered to you and like a lot of sympathy. And you don't know why. People are just very sympathetic to you.
That's on the house.
And he's like, why? And it's like, well, he looks like he's been through something.
It's a good joke. I'm a survivor, people. Famine.
He's a famine survivor. I don't know, man. shit. So today's what, Monday?
Yeah.
Monday, baby.
Oh, yeah. No show today, I see.
I have the Anchor. I'm gonna go to the Anchor show at like 9 o'clock, and you know, I might get up. I don't know, but it's Matt and shout out to Matt and Zach. It's their birthdays. So they're gonna all hang out over there. I'll probably shoot over there. I mean,
so is the casinos? Is it Halloweeny over there?
Well, yeah. I mean, they did it all, which I don't understand. They did it all yesterday.
Okay,
you know,
yeah, it's for the money, bro.
I mean, not yesterday, Saturday.
Sure,
yeah, Saturday,
sure.
Yeah.
But there's a day for first of all, you know, adults in fucking costumes. I'm just like, you know, the women, fine, you know, especially if it's slutty. But I mean, I don't get it. I don't get getting all dressed up as an adult. Getting all dressed up,
man. I don't like the masks. I don't like the face paint. I don't like.
Dude, there was a dude walking around like Jason, huge, looked like what Jason would look like.
Right.
And he had a machine.
Great. Yeah, and like he's just walking straight into a packed crowd of people that are watching, because they had them walking down the spiral steps for the contest, and we were just sitting there waiting for someone to bust their ass. Which had happened. It was gonna happen. We knew it was. It was a matter of when. But I'll tell you this: it didn't happen till the last group of three girls dressed like cops. They were the worst fucking costume in the whole thing. It was just three slutty cops. You know, fine. But it was just, you know, they were going up against some one dude that came in on a slab with his guts hanging out as a corpse. You know, and I kept telling him, if you want to win this shit, stop moving your eyes, dog. Because he kept moving his eyes. No one wants to see you moving your eyes, man. He wound up winning.
Good.
His shit was ill. But like the three girls came down, and when they got like 4 steps to the bottom, and we thought it wasn't gonna happen, the first one went down and pulled all the other ones with him.
Oh, nice.
That was great. I thought it was gonna be the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Because that dude was cocky. He was coming down, flapping his shit. He was very cocky. You know, and he was coming down, bopping. I said, oh, he's going to hit the floor because he was huge. He was a big Stay Puft shit. But he made it down. Good sneakers. But yeah, so there was this Jason dude, and he's just walking around. He's not in the contest. He's just walking through the crowd, but he's not like moving around anybody. He's literally just walking into everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people moving out of his way. And then like he comes and brushes me, and I look, and the first thing I check is his hands to see if that's a fucking rubber knife or not. Because this could just be a psycho dude
with a knife
walking through the crowd waiting for someone to say something. Then he just starts stabbing the crowd.
Right.
Why does anybody think that would be odd on Halloween?
Right.
A holiday
did you hear about what happened?
That's meant for evil. In reality, I don't know why. Like even like I watch the Daily Wire, right? And they're very conservative. But they be sticking up for that Halloween shit. And I'm like, they talk all this Christian value shit, right? But they're very into Halloween. Halloween isn't Christian.
Right.
Halloween is all about demons, witches. That's what it's about, people. That's what the fuck it's about.
They support Halloween, or they go against Halloween?
No, they support it. They love Halloween.
They all got kids.
Yeah, I get it, man. If you got kids, I get it. But, you know, for me, in the beginning, I didn't dress my kids up in the beginning. When they got a little older and I was able to explain to them shit and say, listen, if you want to rock a costume, I get it. Or your kids are rocking a costume, but I want you to know what this holiday is really about, because I'm a killjoy. And, I'm a killjoy. I told them what it was about, and they still wanted to wear costumes just because their friends were doing it. I said, okay, but no demons and no evil shit.
Did you guys see what happened in South Korea with that? They had a Halloween parade, and there was 153 people killed in a stampede.
Stampede by what?
By people. Like there was just like a mass movement of like a crowd of people. And
the bull.
Yeah. The bull from the fucking thing. I came
he pointed behind him too, the bull.
Yeah, the bull.
It was a crowd rush, and they poured into this narrow alleyway, and you know,
was Juice WRLD performing?
No, that was it was Travis Scott.
Oh, was Travis performing? What's going on over here?
Juice WRLD's he's dead, bro.
Oh, Juice WRLD is dead, so he wasn't performing, obviously.
Yeah. He's performing for the 153.
He's wow.
Damn, Brian.
Wow.
Way too early. Way too early.
Look, if anybody was gonna say that, I'm glad it was you. Because you don't really got much of a career to kill. And he has an actual job, so we don't want him to get fired. So if anyone get away with it here, it's you. You did well with that one, man. Pulling no punches. That's crazy. Like I'm saying, man, what are you guys all doing out there? You're adults. Go home, getting dressed up. Go to Comic-Con.
Right.
You know, I don't know. I just don't get it.
Somebody got stabbed in Brooklyn. 3 people got stabbed on the line to go into a Halloween party. It's crazy.
People always get stabbed in the city, though, right?
So yes, I am going to start practicing.
People always get stabbed in the city.
I'm going to start practicing my knife defense, man, because I keep hearing stab.
Really?
Yeah.
You should just carry a gun.
Well,
can't really New York, right?
Yeah.
Wear Kevlar long johns.
Might get one of those retractable, one of those little baton things or something.
Remember that psycho dude that came at us with the ice picks that time?
I remember. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And a freaking box cutter.
And the box cutter.
Did he have both?
Yeah, me and him started box cut fighting like it was fucking Michael Jackson's Bad movie, Bad Thriller fucking video, Bad the video.
It was a wild night. It was a
wild night. Me and this dude were fighting with box cutters, dude.
It's like the Jets and the Sharks.
Yeah, it was crazy. And this dude was nuts. He had like long white hair. Yeah. It was a rainy night. It was real crazy. Me and Mark were trying to go with our ladies. We're trying to go to our ladies to go see Steven Seagal, Hard to Kill. We could talk about this because I'm pretty sure the limitations is passed, right?
Yeah.
It's over 30 years, right?
That guy's dead.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. Yeah. So yeah, we're out there. We're waiting for my lady to come out by Dean and DeLuca in Manhattan. I remember all this shit.
I was
waiting for you. You were working at Dean and DeLuca. I was out there with your lady and my lady. That's right. We were waiting for him to come out, and this dude comes up, crazy fucking dude, just starts staring at my lady, like right near her, just like psycho staring at her. You know, so I kind of take my lady, I pull her behind me. I'm like, yo, dude, what's up? And homeboy's like, you got a problem? And I'm like, yeah, I think I do got a problem, yo. You know, and the dude pulled out an ice pick and one of those razors, the orange razor blades that used to slide up that go.
Yeah.
Pulled that out and he goes, come on. So I said, oh, man, I reach in my back pocket, pull out my, and me and this dude are starting to dance. And then out of nowhere, as we're starting to dance, you know, we're doing the and then Mark comes out of nowhere with one of those old school metal fucking garbage cans, you know, the wired ones, and just bashes homeboy, bow, right in the face. Homeboy goes flying into a car. The alarm starts.
He fell down the fucking subway. And then we ran. He fell down the subway stairs, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then we bumped into him again.
Then we ran. We said, let's get out of here. We ran, right? We ran like a bunch of blocks. It starts raining. We realize we have time for the movie. And me and him are pumped up. So we're like, let's smoke a blunt and relax. So we go under this awning by this bank and we start rolling up a blunt. And Mark's sitting there. And I'm like, it's one of those things that you can like go into. So I'm against the wall. Yep. I can't see up the street. Mark's sitting like this on the floor, but he can lean forward and see up the street. You know what I'm saying? So as he's rolling the blunt, I'm sitting there talking to him, and then I see him go, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. And I'm looking like, what's going on? And he gets up and he's got the blunt in his hand like this, right? And he's still like rolling it. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? I look and the dude, the lightning goes, and the dude is standing there. I jump up. He jumps up. The dude starts going at Mark. Mark's still rolling the fucking blunt. And the dude starts going at Mark. I come up at him and I catch him. Bah! Right in the face. That's all I'll say about that. But then the dude spins around and he's leaking everywhere and he comes to come at me. And then out of nowhere, here comes Mark with another garbage can. Bashes him with another garbage can, yo.
Blunt force objects just found on the
those garbage
cans back in those days. Not those tin ones.
Corner.
Yeah, not those metal ones. Those gated ones. That it was the hard steel gated ones. Yo, that dude took it twice and caught $150 on the face. But I mean, he asked for that shit. We ran again. We ran away from him again.
We ran again.
Yeah, that time we went to the movies, it was an okay movie. It was the one with Screwface. The Jamaicans, Hard to Kill,
that was a good one.
Screwface. That was a good one. Yeah. We kind of went up there all pumped at that point. Crazy. And that was just a night of us trying not to get in trouble.
Right. Trying to have a nice night.
Yeah. We had our ladies with us. We had our ladies with us running in the street.
Right.
And those ladies both wound up to have our children. Both of them stayed with us. Insane. The good old days.
The good old days.
You know, fucking crazy, man. It was different times, though.
Was that the 90s? You think that was the 90s, 80s?
90s.
90s.
Yeah, if you look up the movie Hard to Kill,
maybe the 90s. It might
every year Hard to Kill came out because we were going to the movie theater to watch it.
90.
So that's 90. Oh, look at that. We were 20.
Yeah.
20 years old.
Wow.
Were you there that night when we all got chased for trying to break the window at the Blue Oyster Club? Remember the Blue Oyster Club that was on Broadway? It was all mirrored. Remember that block? Now it's a bank, but it used to be a whole mirror. They used to throw events in there.
Oh, yeah.
Were you there that night?
No.
Dude, that was such a crazy night, boy.
That's it?
No. Oyster bar. It was like a place where they did like sweet 16s and weddings and shit like that. It wasn't a bar.
The Blue Oyster?
I think it was called the Oyster something it was called. Right? Something like that. But it took up like half the block and it was all mirrored windows. You know. And I threw a bottle of Southern Comfort. I think you were there, Mark.
I might have been.
Because I think you tried to hit the dude with the garbage can and he grabbed that shit and threw it to the floor. And then we realized, okay, this isn't going to go down. Yeah. So we jetted. And then we went back with Troy and them and I threw the bottle at the window and then cops were like right there. And they started chasing us. I ran up to the L where Genevieve's is now and I hid underneath the car. And I saw everybody going by the car and I slid up and then went the other direction and I ran into Yvette, who is long since passed away, but lived in my building. Remember Yvette?
Yeah.
She had a kid with her and I ran with her, took off my jacket, gave her my jacket, grabbed the kid's stroller. And I was like, yo, I was with you all night. I'm your man. Anybody asked, I've been with you all night. She said, all right. And we both lived in the same building. So I walked home with her. That was crazy. We've had some moments.
Oof. Yeah, many.
We've had some moments. Paulie BC episode with Shorty. Remember I was driving around with Shorty that time? I thought the car wound up being stolen.
Oh, right.
Fucking crazy. And then Paulie comes and gets arrested. Meanwhile, he wasn't even in the car. He just came up to say what's up to us. And then Shorty's like, I'll be right back. He walks away. And I was trying to get the key out. I couldn't get the key out. And Paulie goes, I know how to do it. Get out the car. I get out the car. He gets in to take the key out. Cops pull right up. They tell me to go get Shorty. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll go get Shorty. I called. I said, yo, you got cops by the car. And then I ran home. I was like, I'm not going back to the cops. What are you, crazy? I apologized to Paulie. He was mad, which he should have been. He should have been mad. He had every right to be mad. He just came down and said hello. He's trying to help me out. Fucking crazy, man. Life is fucking crazy. Right? How much is fucking changed is insane. I feel like no one notices it more than us. Like our generation. Because our generation is like the last of like we were around for the beginning of the internet and cell phones and all that. So we were around for a good part before any of that existed.
You still wrote
half your life, really, right?
Yeah,
half your life.
Half our lives, we didn't have any of that stuff, so we know how to live.
Use the map in the car.
For us, MapQuest was huge. That was huge. Going online and putting in where you were going to go and then printing out the directions.
Or even before that, dude, you had to
But
use
before that, you used to use a map or directions from a dude saying, all right, listen, you're going to get off.
Right.
You're going to pass a Wendy's.
And write it down.
And then you're going to make a left. And if you see a Burger King, you went too far.
Right.
That's how we got around. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Didn't even know where Mark would be. We just had a place where we all kind of linked up.
Right.
Where you guys meet.
And then you would go there and be like, yo, you see Mark? And he's like, oh, he was with so-and-so. They went somewhere. And then you go over there and hope you found them over there. There was no calling people up. So I mean, because we lived that life.
We used to call the corner phone.
We had the pay phones. We used to use the cop. Remember the cop things? Badge number 265 and get free phone calls.
Really?
Which, by the way, was the first hacks. Those were the first. That's considered the first hacks.
You call the operator and tell me.
You call the operator. There was a number you push. You call the operator and you say, Officer Brown, badge 237, and they would put the call through.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
and we also had the numbers, and we would call there.
You would be somewhere else.
Yeah.
You would call a payphone and call collect. The other person would pick up the phone, and it would be a free call.
Except
we used to call corner to corner.
Yeah, you could also do couldn't you put your name in for the collect call, so you could just say whatever you had to say and then hang up, and they could just hear the message in the collect call.
Yeah, I mean sometimes, but for the most part, you would just accept it.
Gotcha.
You on another payphone. Who the fuck cared?
Oh, 2 collect calls to a payphone.
Yeah, they wasn't up on none of that shit in the beginning, dude. But then, like I said, so we lived that a good life, 20 years probably before any of that. Like I think when I was 20 is when we started hearing about the internet and shit.
No, not even, man. 90? No way.
No, yeah, no way. So I was born in 91, and the internet wasn't a thing when I was a kid.
All right, so there you go.
We got a computer in 97. Our first
so there you
house
go.
computer.
Let's say 95.
Dude,
is
it wasn't
when
really
it started
until,
coming out.
Yeah, 2000 was really, people still didn't really have internet in their house.
Yeah,
2000.
So that's what I'm saying, dude. We lived a good portion of our lives without any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is, those were the better times.
Yeah, I mean,
they were healthier. They were better. They were just better. I mean, nothing was perfect, but it was a better time. Less stress. You didn't have all this information being pounded onto you, information that doesn't matter. A lot of the information we look at doesn't even matter. You know, like it's happening in other places that don't even affect us. You know, that's why everybody thinks now the world is so much worse. It's not. It's always been bad. It's just I didn't know what was going on.
You just know about it
in all these other places.
You know, everybody
I know about it now. Yeah. So now we live in this time where, you know, my son doesn't even know a life without fucking a phone or the internet. Doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah, even people who were a little bit younger than me. Like I didn't, you know, there wasn't Wi-Fi or anything like that when I was in high school. We had the internet, but it wasn't like what it is now. You know?
See, so that's when we say go back, we can say we can go back. They have nowhere to go back to. Their whole lives has been this whole thing of wanting likes and shares and
remember when TV wasn't 4DX, you know?
It's actually too clear right now.
So
right now it's too clear. Right now it looks like there's people in the TV.
You watch these old shows on TV and like their faces are blurry. It's like, how do we even see? You know?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Yo, Brian, you know your camera is off, right?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
All right, just making sure. Yeah, but that's the thing now, and don't get me wrong, there was a clarity that was dope where you were like, wow, this is dope and it's clear. But now it's just too clear.
Oh, the new TVs, yeah.
It's too clear.
I mean, I'm okay.
I don't know, man. Like I can't watch sitcoms because it looks like plays.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look like I'm watching TV. It looks like I'm watching a play. It looks like they're actually in my TV.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. Sports is good.
Sports, yes. Sports, I think the clarity works out great. But like I can't enjoy sitcoms. Because to me, it just looks like I'm watching a play. It's just too clear.
Is there something funny? New sitcoms?
No.
Hey.
No, it's all garbage.
Nothing's funny.
No. The last good sitcom was Seinfeld. There hasn't been a good one since.
Right?
No. The family one that came out after that was pretty funny. You know what I'm talking about, right? With the dude from Married with Children.
Yeah, that can be okay. Yeah.
It's funny. It's a funny show. I don't know about it now that the kids are all older. It's always fun when they're young, but then the kids get older and they stay looking the same but older. It's just weird. You ever notice that? Like, it's weird when they get older.
Yeah, it is.
Kid actor, they look weird.
Because they're cute when they're young. Because that's when they're
like Urkel. Urkel looks weird, man. He looks exactly the same, but now it's just like he's older, so it's like weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they stay with that same cuteness, it's like you look weird.
You got to age. He's got a weird face though, with those eyes, though. You know,
he's got bulging eyes.
Yeah, he has that. He's got that disease.
Oh, really? Is that what it is? No,
because they got drops. You ever seen the bulging eye commercials? They got drops.
That's what I was talking about.
That bring your eyes in. They also got hammers for that.
That's funny.
Ask Pelosi. Oh. Pelosi. Those people are scandalous.
Yeah.
That's probably the putting it mildly.
And it's funny because I just saw this thing with Obama. And because now he's on the campaign trail. They don't want Sleepy Joe out there. So they got Obama out there.
Can't, man.
Yeah, you can't. And it's crazy though, because even he can't make the left sound good now.
No, he can't.
He can't. Like when he was talking, it was like he's still eloquent.
Right.
Still got
that. Sounds great. Yeah,
he still got
great.
that this and that. But the words, because you could understand what he's saying, the words just ain't selling me no more, dog. You can't. Not even he can make the left look good right now.
So the president came on today, just before we got on. And he came out to say that they were going to go after the gas companies because the gas companies are overcharging. Right. That's what I did. I said, is this man crazy? Is this White House crazy?
They 100% off.
So Exxon made $9 billion. Why are you in those people's pockets? That's a private company.
Yep. Yeah.
Now
not to mention the tax revenue they collect.
Picking what companies that we want to take money from or tell them what they can charge.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not good.
And supposedly what they charge has a lot to do with the decisions he's making with the pipelines and all that shit.
So what they said was, hey, you want us to find more oil, we got to pay billions of dollars to find more oil.
They got to go get it too.
You're telling us that oil's bad and we want to get away from using the stuff that you want us to find right now so we can charge you less. So
and those companies too, they're on the forefront of renewable energy, all those oil companies, because that's where they're trying to make the money next. You know, they see the writing on the wall. They're trying to make money there. So if they're gonna switch, they want to fucking switch, you know.
Yeah, because supposedly to find more oil, it takes a lot of money.
It takes a lot of money.
Yeah, so why would they do that if they know that?
But also, supposedly, this White House is not giving them rights to land, to drill and to find oil. They're cutting down on the leases and all that shit. Crazy.
Dude, man.
Yes, it's crazy.
What
bacon.
The hell?
Yeah, I'll give you my bacon price. I bought bacon is motherfucking $11.99 for Oscar Mayer bacon.
Yo, how about eggs?
Dude.
Eggs.
$8.99.
How much?
What'd you say?
$8.99 for 18 eggs.
For what kind though?
Just extra large white eggs.
Wow.
Man.
So I checked. I was just in the store now, and they had.
You got me wanting to look at my receipt right now, yo.
Yeah, look how much those. Yeah, look how much the eggs are. Eggs
Dude,
are at all time.
A bag of potato chips, $4.39.
Yeah, well,
I bought a small bag just before I got not the small one, but the next size up. It was $2.49.
$2.49. Yeah, that's insane. That's fucking insane, yo. For chips, for fucking chips. They're gonna put chip companies out of business because in reality, I was like, not gonna get that.
Right.
I'd rather spend $5 on something else.
I'm not paying for that again.
For chips, there's no real value to chips. I eat shitty enough as it is. I can probably get something with a little value.
Some nutrients, yeah.
Yeah, for $5. But that's insane, yo.
You could go eat an onion.
Fucking $8 for a gallon of milk.
No.
Milk.
No.
Excuse me, milk.
What'd you say? What?
Milk. I said milk. Yeah. It's milk. You
How
taught
much?
me that.
No,
milk.
is it that much? It's not that much, is it?
$8, dude.
Is it?
Out here.
Really?
I've seen it as much for $8. I mean, I don't know if that's how it is everywhere because I don't even look at the gallons.
I mean, I don't
anymore.
buy milk, so milk.
Fuck y'all, man.
Milk.
Right here. I said it right?
You did.
Milk.
Proud
Okay.
of you.
It took me a long time. For years, I said it the other way. For years, I said milk. And he used to always go, "What'd you say? What'd you say?" For years. But now I say it right. Milk. Just sounds wrong. Yeah. Milk just sounds wrong.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna stay, like you said, we're gonna have to eat fucking crickets and shit. You know?
That's what they're trying to get us to do.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, but a lot of people in the world eat bugs. So
not me, dog.
Not me, man. And those people are trying to survive.
I've had.
It's not like people. It's in there going to like they're online waiting for roaches.
I had a cricket protein bar.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean you couldn't taste it, but I mean it was chocolate with crickets.
Yeah, but why, man?
It was for free.
Because it's gross. That's why they want us to do that shit.
Didn't taste gross. It was tasty.
They got to protect the environment, Gary. The cows.
Right.
The cows.
I want meat, dog. Don't even try to take the meat. I want meat.
I agree.
They're coming after your meat, bro.
I eat meat every fucking day.
Yeah, I want meat. I used to have arguments when I came home and dinner would be made and there'd be no meat. I'd be like, yeah, this is all delicious. Where's the meat? And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, where the fuck is the meat? There should be like all this is great. I love it. It's delicious. Where's the meat? To go with all this good shit.
Right. Those are all side dishes.
Yeah, everything's a side dish, man. For me, meat and a piece of garlic bread is a meal.
Right.
But mashed potatoes and a garlic bread is not.
No, that's not.
You know what I'm saying? Rice and garlic bread is not a meal. Steak and a garlic bread is a meal.
Or a piece of chicken, even.
Or a piece of chicken, a couple pieces of chicken. You know what I'm saying? Or a piece of chicken. Yeah. Like nobody ever just sits there and says, let me get mashed potatoes. I mean, they probably do, but that's a psycho.
Some people do.
That's psychotic. Those people probably fucking kill their pets.
Well, those people that eat vegetarians, what do they eat? They eat freaking mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes with a side of salad.
A lot of beans.
Beans. Soy.
Yeah, man.
Gary loves soy. It's a big part.
Nah,
of
man. My man Mark right here got me off that soy, dog.
Yeah, bro. Can't have soy.
That's why my testosterone is. I got more testosterone than your average 25-year-old right now.
I believe that to be true. Also,
it's true. They're being born with less testosterone.
Yeah. It's true.
You know,
it's true.
Too many simps having babies. Too many of these fucking sissy boys.
Yeah.
I don't know how to call it, man.
Well, they say that our generation X coddled our kids.
We did.
Because of the way we were brought up.
Yeah.
That's why you wear chains, because the chains feel good on your neck, because it feels like you're a kid when you had your keys around your neck. Did you have keys around your neck all the time?
Yes, I did. Latchkey kids, man. I say all the time, I was 7 years old, had keys to my apartment.
Now, boy, you'd be a target, you know? Some dude in a van. All right, he got keys to his apartment, nobody's home.
Yeah, my mom even let me do this shit. Probably 10. I was probably let myself in the house. You know, shit to do. It wasn't all the time. Definitely not in Queens though.
We ran around all day by ourselves.
Yeah.
All day. We'd hook up at like 11 o'clock or whatever in the morning and be gone all day. Going up, like, yeah, man.
No play dates.
Yeah, we did coddle our kids. My daughter tells me all the time. My daughter, like, you coddle me too much. I get afraid when I walk down the street alone now. And I'm like, really? I don't remember being like that, but I guess so. We lived in the projects. I wasn't going to have a walk.
So I remember when my kids was growing up, there were no kids in the street. There were no kids. I have to bring them to the park to go play.
Yeah.
There weren't kids outside the building. I lived in a building too, had a big courtyard. There was no kids.
Yeah.
Because we kept them in the front of the fucking PlayStation. Quiet down, play that, or whatever. You know what I mean? Stay home.
We fucked these kids up.
Way to go. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
We fucked them up, man. Yeah, we're to blame. I got.
Well, it's always the parents, right?
It's always the fucking parents, man.
Yeah.
It really is. Damn. I'm sorry to everyone, my kids and the people that they affect.
So I'm sorry. You rubbed your head on that one too.
Yeah, man. But here's the thing, man. Like, can you blame my parents for me now? Now, can you blame them for me now? Like, there comes a point where.
Well, how you grew up is what formed you, right? I would guess. So what formed us is we were outside all day. That's it. I always tell my son, your grandmother let me out like the dog. Open the door. See you
Open
later.
the door. See you later.
They whistle, maybe yell out the window, come home for some food.
Yeah, remember that being in the cheese park? They'd be like, Mark, I gotta go. I'm going to eat. Yeah. When the lights came on, I had to go home.
Street lights?
Yeah, I never had that rule with the lights because
Well, because I never hung really in front of my building. I used to hang like, you had the park behind your building.
Yeah.
My park was 2 buildings behind
mine. A lot of people came to my park.
Yeah. So it was like, I had my stuff was like 2 buildings behind mine. So I didn't have, my mother couldn't yell out the window to me. So
Got you.
To go home.
So imagine, you're outside by yourself when you're like 5 years old.
Definitely. Well, yeah, but I was running with like a bunch, like my brothers.
Not me.
My brother.
It was just like packs of 5-year-olds outside.
Yeah, that is true too. Yeah. We were crazy, man. Yeah. So it was us. But that's the thing, though. But see, you really can't blame us because, well, yeah. Because what happened was we coddled our kids. Those kids are having kids.
Right.
And they're coddling them even more.
Right.
So now they feel.
Well,
they're
coddling
they feel like
so
they're
much
owed shit.
They're changing their sex if they fucking just, you know what I mean? Or they're letting them be, kittens, and that's super coddle.
Yeah, it's like, that wouldn't have went on in my house. I would have been like, you're not a fucking cat. Go outside and play. That's my part. You're not a fucking cat. Go outside and play. Anyway. Oh man, Mark, I want to thank you for coming on the show, dog.
Yeah, brother.
I could talk to you forever, but I know that our listeners can't listen forever. So I'm gonna do them a favor and cut to the sponsors. This show is brought to you by acjokes.com. Check out acjokes.com for your comedy fucking needs in Atlantic City. I'm out there all the time. Go to acjokes.com. Check out the lineup. See when I'm there. It's also brought to you by Apollo Buds in Astoria, Queens, New York, on Crescent Street and Astoria Boulevard. Just only the best bud in Astoria, Queens, I believe. And I say that because I smoke it all the time. They got like 26 different strands. Go check them out. It's bubbling over there. And it's also sponsored by XXX Playground, the best adult communication tool ever made. If you feel like your relationship has been in a slump, roll the dice and then begin to hump. Oh, look at that, man. I'm a poet and I know it. It plays up to 6 people, man. You can create your own human centipede. Check out XXX Playground, XXXplayground.com, and start banging.
The show is also sponsored by anditwasgood.net, the official home of Rated G. A bunch of other podcasts and shows are also here and about, and we got some mugs.
You got to get one of our mugs. I ordered mine. Still waiting to get them. But I'm sure I will get them soon. Isn't that right, Brian?
Yes, you will. Yeah.
Yeah. So order yours. I ordered mine, and support the show that way. Otherwise, like, comment, share, tell people about it. To follow me, you can follow me at Gary G. Garcia on Instagram, Facebook. Follow Brian at Brian the Video Guy. And I would tell you to follow my man Mark, but that's my boy. He doesn't want you to follow him. He doesn't even post shit. He just looks at what everybody else is doing. Yeah, you don't give a fuck about any of y'all. Mark, man, I thank you, dude.
All right, brother.
I know I'm gonna see you
Brian.
very, very soon. I will try to talk to you.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you before Wednesday, man. I know everything's gonna go good, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
You're a warrior.
Sure.
I love you, dog.
Love you too, brother.
Good luck,
Love you,
Mark.
Brian.
Love you too. Peace.
Peace, man.